Hello everyone, long time no see. I have a ton of favorites to share with you guys this month's hits and misses, so let's hurry up and get started with my very first product. So I purchased the Le Beiges when it was available for pre-sale through the Chanel.com website, and at first swipe I wasn't really that impressed. I didn't see what the hype was, and this is a very polarizing product. You either love it or you hate it, and I fall in the category of loving it. So 30 is one of the more glowing shades because there is a higher shimmer content. Apparently 20 and 40, the next two popular shades, aren't that shimmery, so you don't get as much of a glow. But with 30, now that I'm a little darker, I recently got back from Vegas, so I am a little darker because I was outside by the pool, but it really helps to balance out my slightly light foundations, or I can use it and build it up as a bronzer. So it's a very versatile product, you know. Sometimes I just push it all over my face with my Bobbi Brown bronzer brush, but then if I want to add a little extra, like today, I'm wearing it underneath my blush just to add a little bit more of a defined contour, but it's more of a all-over powder, and like I said, the color is awesome. It warms up my face, but it's not too orange. Unfortunately, the moon-shaped brush that it comes with is completely useless, but overall, I still find it to be a worthwhile product. Now for brows, I had been using this entire month mostly the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the new color Ebony, which is the closest that I can get to a natural gray or black. And as much as I love the Anastasia Brow Wiz, I still, after an entire month of using that pencil, still find that the Clé de Peau eyebrow pencil in 204, which is the natural black color, still suits my brows the best. I just find that this formula works better on finer hair. The Anastasia Brow Wiz formula is great because it's a very thin mechanical pencil, so it's great for getting in the sparser areas, but because I actually draw my eyebrows on, since I have such fine eyebrows, I find that this is better, especially because I have no really sparse spots. I think that it gives me a straighter edge. A lot of you tend to like my very straight top edge style brow, and I just find that the Anastasia wasn't quite as good at, you know, achieving this look that I'm wearing today. So overall, I do find that the Anastasia Brow Wiz is a much more affordable alternative to the Clé de Peau, but if you have brows like mine and you like this eyebrow look, then definitely stick to the Clé de Peau. Now I'm going to talk to you about my favorite two concealers. I'm going to talk to you about the rest of the base makeup, so the foundation products, at the end of the video because I have quite a few to show you. But first things first, I did want to discuss the concealers because my favorite concealer of all time is the Limitier de Beauté Peau Vierge Corrector, and I use shade 1, I believe. This is labeled Fraise or Cool, and it is a great concealer because you can use it on top of a powdered face and it doesn't get cakey. So it doesn't have max coverage, it is very buildable. I would say that 2 layers can give you full coverage, but I don't tend to wear much concealer under my eyes since I don't really have dark circles unless I haven't slept. But I feel like on my blemishes, this concealer is really natural. However, I've discovered Bye Bye Redness, or Bye Bye Under Eyes, excuse me, by IT Cosmetics, and because I have to give credit where it's due, my friend Jessica of beautyzine.com introduced me to this brand called IT Cosmetics. They're a mid-tier brand, they're pretty affordable, and this concealer is amazing. There's collagen and vitamin C and K in this, and this is probably my favorite concealer for the under eyes. And again, I don't tend to wear concealer under my eyes, but this is really brightening. I use the shade Neutral Medium, and it's wonderful. It doesn't crease. It's got very, very high coverage, so I only need a little bit. When I don't feel like using 2 different concealers, I can still use the Bye Bye Under Eyes on my blemishes, and it still looks fabulous. So I highly recommend both of these concealers, but the Limitier is very, very expensive, whereas the IT Cosmetics is a lot more affordable and a little bit goes a long way. So definitely check these two out. Now for mascara. I am a huge fan of Lancome mascaras, as most of you know. I pretty much exclusively use the Lancome Hypnous Star. I love the Hypnous Star waterproof and the Hypnous Drama waterproof mascaras, but recently I've discovered Eyeko, and I have been loving the Black Magic mascara, which is for drama and curl, and believe it or not, I had the lowest expectations for this one, but when I tried it, and I tried it after the Curvy Brush mascara because this one is supposed to help with curl and hold, I was blown away by how my lashes looked with the Black Magic. This is probably the most elongating mascara that I've tried in recent years. I really also like Armani's Stretch, but it's a really expensive mascara, and Eyeko is a lot more affordable for those that don't know. But I like the curvy brush, and it's a little plush, but I love it for my under eyes, and it's a great mascara to use when paired with false eyelashes like I'm wearing today. Sometimes the problem with really firm and slightly dry mascaras like the Hypnus Star and the Hypnus Drama Waterproof by Lancome is that when you pair them with false lashes, they tend to be so strongly held up because it's a very firm, dry resin that your mascara and your false lashes kind of compete with each other. But with the Black Magic, it's a softer mascara, and you can curl your lashes after the mascara dries, but I don't recommend that because it will cause breakage, especially if you have fine lashes like I do. Now, as much as I like the Black Magic, the Curvy Brush Mascara, which I really thought would work well for me because it does say it's for curl and hold, does absolutely nothing for my lashes. It reminds me of a Dior mascara brush, but this kind of brush doesn't really work well for my fine lashes. I think it would work better on fuller, longer lashes, but the formula itself definitely doesn't hold curl. In fact, my lashes fall straight down. The Black Magic, it says drama and curl. It does not give me quite so much drama. It gives me more length and curl, but overall, I highly recommend this one. Black Magic is definitely affordable, and it gives my lashes a really nice, lovely look, so I'm definitely going to be using this anytime I wear false lashes from now on. So Eyeko is a new staple in my eye wardrobe. Now for some pencil eyeliners. I recently found out about these Miss Hana eyeliners through my friend Miso Jenny, if any of you watch her on YouTube, and apparently this Miss Hana brand is pretty popular in Hong Kong, and I wanted to try these out because they're only $8 a piece, and as many of you know, my holy grail pencil eyeliner is the Armani Waterproof Smooth Silk Eye Pencil, and it is fabulous. This one does not run, budge ever. It's just the best waterproof pencil eyeliner I've ever encountered, and I don't ever mind spending the $29 a pencil on this because it's that good. It's the best. But I tried to find affordable alternatives whenever possible because I know a lot of you run through eyeliner quickly, so I thought these Miss Hana eyeliners would live up to the hype, but they don't. I have slightly hooded eyes, especially this side. This side's not quite as hooded, but I found that these smudged right along the edge really badly. There was transfer up to my upper lids, and overall I just felt like even though this is $8, it's a great budget buy, it's still not a great overall eyeliner, especially, you know, I'm so accustomed to the performance of the Giorgio Armani, I simply cannot use anything else. So if you want to give the Miss Hana eyeliners a try, they're available through iMomoko, I believe it's called. But if I had a choice, would I ever wear the Miss Hana eyeliners when I have the Armani on hand? Never. Now for the review that everyone has been waiting for. So I haven't used to this day, you know, I've been trying, but it's really difficult to use this many eyeshadows, blushes, and lip colors, especially when I'm testing other things. But this is the M Cosmetics Day Life palette. So I love it. I'm wearing the eyeshadows today. I find that even though that this is a $75 palette, at the end of the day, my favorite eyeshadows are by Tom Ford, and it's $75 for 4 eyeshadows versus 4 blushes and a multitude of eyeshadows. I think that this is better than Benefit eyeshadow, than Too Faced eyeshadow. They honestly feel like Urban Decay to me, maybe a touch more powdery, but very similar in payoff. I'm not even wearing an eyeshadow primer today, and the coverage is great. My favorite quadrants are these two right here, the peachy one and the brown one. Go figure, right? So typical of me. But I find that these rosy ones, the eyeshadows, I don't tend to reach for as much because they are not shades that are in my general everyday wear. They're definitely better for cool toned ladies, so if you have very fair skin and blonde hair, these will look beautiful on you. But if you have more of my complexion, slightly tan skin, dark hair, then these two will be better for you. But it's not to say that I can't wear these, I just don't tend to reach for them as often. This is a great gift for a teenager. You know, Christmas is around the corner, so I think overall it's a great quality palette. It's made by L'Oreal. And of course, many of you know by now, Armani, Lancome, they're some of my favorite brands. But at the end of the day, as expensive as this palette is, there is a lot of weight to it. The packaging, The main downside of the Life palette is that it doesn't come with a mirror. In fact, I would have much appreciated, instead of a clear acrylic top like this, just something with a mirror, something more substantial. That way you could travel with it and it's a lot easier to carry. I do think it is worth the investment. And I will review products in its own video, and I will show you how I achieved this look since it is my favorite to wear from this palette, but that will come next week, so just stay tuned. And moving on to the rest of the favorites, I have some complexion products to share with you now. So when I was in Miami earlier this month, I used a combination of the Chanel CC Cream with Matte Lumiere. This is in shade 20, this is in shade 40, and together they make the perfect complexion product. It lasted well through Miami heat. The Les Beiges powder didn't last so well because it's a very sheer powder. It's more of a translucent finishing look, but the CC Cream and the Matte Lumiere powered through all my sweat and the humidity. It was intense. I've never experienced humidity like that before, but this combination, not only was I able to make sure it matched my skin tone, because 40 is a little darker than my normal Chanel color, which is 30. But overall, I found that if you have a hard time making the CC Cream work for you, especially because you're more tan like I am, then try it with the Matte Lumiere. I have tried the CC Cream with other Chanel foundations and other liquid foundations, but the Matte Lumiere has the most similar texture, so that's why they work the best together. Now, the coverage of the CC Cream and Matte Lumiere together are a lot heavier, so you can go anywhere from medium to full, but if you want light coverage, then you can try the Jouer Matte Moisture Tint, and I use the color Nude. It doesn't make you look like you have a mask on your face because there is a little bit of shimmer to this product, but it just brightens up your face and doesn't make you look like you've over powdered or over mattified the face. If you have blemishes, you will require concealer, but it does last all day. It lasts for a good 8 hours and you don't need to powder, so that's why I recommend this. And of course, if you want something with a little bit more coverage, not like a tinted moisturizer, you can always try the Hourglass Immaculate, and I use the color Nude or Ivory, but those two are a lot more full coverage. It's just that, you know, sometimes if you want something with a tinted moisturizer feel and look, the Jouer is the way to go. I much prefer this to Laura Mercier's oil-free tinted moisturizer, which doesn't work on my skin at all. Now, last but not least, for the foundations, here is the YSL Youth Liberator Serum Foundation. This has an SPF of 20. I loved YSL's Touche Cloth Foundation, but then once I had my hormonal breakouts, it stopped working for me. I don't know what happened. My skin just changed, and the foundation does not look as good as it used to. So if you have flawless skin, you need very little coverage, but you don't want something as light as a tinted moisturizer, the YSL Touche Cloth Liquid Foundation will work perfectly for you. But if you need more coverage, then try the YSL Youth Liberator Serum Foundation. I've used the YSL Forever Serum, the actual skincare, on its own before. It's very soothing and comforting. It's a great, gentle, anti-aging serum. But I love that YSL combined its skincare power with the foundation because B30 is a great color for me. Granted, I did get a little extra tan, so I might have to wait for the tan to fade before using this again. But overall, it has great medium coverage and it works much better for me on my skin, which is still normal, but I just find that this Youth Liberator is now my favorite foundation product, base makeup product from YSL. And now to really wrap up this super long video, I'm going to talk to you about my new favorite hair products. So I've been using the Shu Uemura Cleansing Oil Shampoo, but this is the anti-oil astringent cleanser, and I love this blue bottle, but the formula inside is actually clear. It's not even yellow like the original, and I love this because it's great for summertime when my hair is a little bit oilier, and I'm looking for something a little stronger to make sure my hair is super clean. For those of you that like the original formula, if you have dry scalp, don't try this because this is meant for oilier hair. Now, I have been using a more affordable product for my conditioner. This is the Clear Scalp and Hair Therapy. A lot of you told me that this was hit or miss for you. I personally love the way this smells, and this is the damage and color repair version. So this conditioner works really well on my end. It's not the most moisturizing conditioner. I think I could use a little bit more moisture on the ends of my hair, but overall I do think that for the price, this is a great conditioner. And finally, that's a wrap. I hope you guys enjoyed it, even though it was a super long update. I do have Tom Ford Fall and Chanel Fall to film for you guys, so stay tuned. Let me know what you want to watch first. If you have any other video requests, feel free to leave them down below in the comments. And all the makeup that I'm wearing, as well as all the products shown here, will be linked down below in the description box for you. So if you're interested, check them out. And as always, thanks so much for watching. Bye!